Let us start the new chapter in biology, respiration. Respiration is one of the basic feature of all living organisms, whether it is plants or animals. Respiration is a must. When we say respiration, we simply means breathing sometimes, but it is a wrong conception. It definitely involves breathing, but it is not the process and not the only process which is involved in the respiration. Then what is the next process which is involved in respiration? It is basically exchange of gases. So breathing is a part of external respiration, and exchange of gases is a part of internal respiration. These are the two different processes which makes the organism comfortable. Let us first see why it is needed. The process of respiration is needed, rather it is a vital process for all living organisms because it gives us energy. For yielding energy, we need to have a key gas called oxygen, particularly in case when respiration is aerobic. The process of energy yielding involves a key process in living organism commonly known as metabolism. Metabolism can be further divided into two categories. One is anabolism, which is a constructive process, and another is catabolism, which is a destructive process. Anabolism includes the process in which the complex cellular compounds are synthesized from simpler compounds. For example, glucose is converted into glycogen or starch in case of plants. Similarly, catabolism, it is just reversal of anabolism, means the complex compounds are broken into simple compounds, means starch in plants, and glycogen stored in animals is converted into glucose for generation of energy. By definition, respiration is a energy consuming process, means assimilation of food. Respiration by definition, it is the process by which assimilated food is oxidized, rather. Which gives us energy, which is utilized for growth, which is utilized for repair and reproduction. The three basic needs for all living organisms in which energy is required. In the process of respiration, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is taken out. Energy liberated as a result of oxidation of food is captured in the form of glycogen in animals and starch in case of plants, which is later on used in different activities. The energy actually it is in the form of high energy bonds called adenosine triphosphate. Short form is ATP. These are high energy molecules which are present inside the cell. Means in summary, when food is combined with oxygen, then it is a process of simple oxidation of food which gives us carbon dioxide, water and energy. The process by which organisms obtain oxygen from the environment and release carbon dioxide produced during oxidation of food to the outer environment is called breathing. It is a part of respiration. So if you want to write the definition of respiration, it is simply taking in oxygen for oxidation of food and giving out CO2, which is a metabolic waste generated in tissues because of metabolic activities. If somebody asks us what is the difference between breathing and respiration, then we should be very clear. Breathing is simply taking in oxygen and giving out CO2. It is a two-step process called inspiration, when oxygen comes inside, and expiration, when carbon dioxide is released. Breathing involves the main respiratory organs in different organisms. For example, trachea in insects, book lungs in scorpions, similarly gills in fishes and in some amphibians, and higher organisms have well developed lungs for this process. Means the exchange of gases takes place at either of these structures. In man, whenever we say the main respiratory organs are lungs, a pair of lungs is situated in the thoracic cavity of man. If we see a generalized structure, then we should know that this is trachea. It further divides into bronchi. These two bronchi enters into lungs. These bronchi not stops dividing here, but also further divides into secondary and tertiary bronchi. These tertiary bronchi leads to bronchioles. Bronchioles leads to alveolar sac, and alveolar sacs leads to alveoli. So this sequence from trachea to alveoli is known as respiratory tree. One should remember it in the correct sequence, the sequence of respiratory tree. Actually, the exchange of gases takes place in the alveoli, means the process of diffusion where carbon dioxide is being given out in the air because of higher concentration in the lungs or in alveoli, and carbon dioxide is removed. Similarly, oxygen is taken in just by diffusion because the concentration of oxygen is less in the alveolar air and concentration of oxygen is more in the air which has come from outside. As a result of pressure difference, the diffusion occurs and carbon dioxide is liberated. Breathing is a part of respiration, while respiration is not the part of breathing. Let us also remember this. When we say the types of respiration,